I say 4, but it's actually 5. So never mind.
Just get screwed by the earrings and bank.
Cape Coral Intelligence Estimate number 4. I had a dream. Something that was just like you're watching a movie or TV. You got different people talking. Like you might see it's like changing from scene to scene, like planning out, just how the world works or whatever like that. The things, and it's all reasonable. They set the thing, but it's not actually the scenes. It's just the idea of it, the impression that you get from it. It's like, and it's reasonable. Like you think you know the world or something. And I woke up, I started thinking about, okay, Pearl Harbor, and then so it's like if you know the basic history. Well, I call it basic, but it'd be like a really good. Well, people don't really know. The British were allies with Japan, and they ended their glorious isolation, right? The splendid isolation. That was with Japan. It's like, what was it, 1890 or something? So they had the treaty with Japan. If two powers declare war against Japan, then Britain comes in. So if Japan's fighting Russia, and then if U.S. steps in to help Russia, that's automatically British are in on the side of Japan, like that, and it's targeting the United States to keep the United States from teaming up with Russia. So it creates this whole fucking thing, and I'm thinking the British even created Japan, like how they of all things got the high technology. The British, bust in the opium into fucking China. And then they fucking help out Japan, give them a leg up and work the thing. It's not just some scrappy independent Japan. Okay, so like after World War II, Japan's like inventing the transistor. You read that the one book of the Sony, I think it's a Sony Corporation book, and study how they come to the U.S. and all that, and how great they are, buy the patents and make their transistors, and then they can redo the circuits and stuff, because the transistors don't come out the same way always. You get a spectrum of different transistors, but you can just like have circuits tailored to the actual transistors. Use sets of 3 of them or something. Okay, so for the Russo-Japanese War in 1905, Japan came around just I guess Russia came around. They got trounced. Japan had radio, and they say they went to the United States and they were doing stuff. They're so scrappy, they're developing, and that's got to be the British, because the British had the radar and stuff at the beginning of World War II. And so British gave it to them. British were probably just not even just like, fuck, the Japanese have to see it. They're like telling them where the Russians are. They might even have, it's like Hogan's Heroes. You got part of the Russian boat, like in the bilge of the boat, and they got the little radio set, right? And they're like fucking saying where they are and shit like that. You got the Russian spies, probably from the British. That's what it really is, probably. So it's probably like they're setting it up and helping Japan, the British were. Okay, so then Pearl Harbor. And Pearl Harbor is this whole elaborate thing, and then the thing is, and it just flowed right into that, and that goes to the Battle of Midway. It's like it's seamless. It's not even like, oh man, they knew Pearl Harbor. They're even working on it. That's the same guys that fucking set Japan up for Midway. It's got to be. Once you hear it, it makes so much sense. And where do you pull the plug, or what do you do? Are you upset, right? They get their spies in Japan, and the Pearl Harbor. And even MacArthur stuff where he's letting the fucking Philippines, all the planes get bombed, and he's still in bed in his kimono or whatever the fuck, late in the day, and like that's all fucking like fake out and to look like that, or to set up, or they didn't need those airplanes on the runway anyway, or whatever. So it's all that, and all kinds of complicated moving parts. So they set up Pearl Harbor, and whether it's Roosevelt's like which way, whatever the fuck, it just fucking goes, okay? It goes on complicated. And then it goes right to Midway and the whole fucking setup with that. And you have Lord Mountbatten in on the whole thing. So Lord Mountbatten himself would be in on it, on Pearl Harbor, but there's also Midway, okay? And then I was thinking, it's funny, you know, like, my dreams, like, okay, like Denzel Washington when he has to fly the plane upside down. Like how the world really works, right? You know, you got the guy in charge. You know, it's like a humor. Dumbasses. Like, I gotta be a fucking retard. Oh shit, my wife came back from the girl. I'm doing my intelligence estimate. I'm almost done. Okay. Okay, so then it gets really... Okay, so here we go with the Kennedy thing and everything and the 9/11. Because I could tell the 9/11 is like all over the place. It's like not inside job. It's like fucking broad. And then the, you know, however the shit was the Kennedys or that's revenge. The Kennedys. Okay, so maybe I'll start this one up again too, cause it's like, okay, so when I was I would do something like, okay, I don't fuck my well, he's not even my friend, I realize now, but I don't fuck his, I don't, you know, I try that again, and so I'm like a saint, right? Right? And then it's like, and then, but the thing is, to expect the world, like then that's like makes the world be that, and it's not.
Can you hold on to that?
You know what I mean? That's not your power. Like in some ways you could, but it's also a thing that looks at you. I'm gonna start this up again later. Looking for some lighting or something. Tuck the duck down. Because it usually hangs up here. Okay. So fuck, I got a nervous fit from these motherfuckers. Okay. Fucking lying like a motherfucker. All they do is lie. And they fuck off. They rip off everything. Perjure, lying, jerking the conversation, lying about it, asking a question they don't even care about, and just lying and just dropping it. Okay, so yeah, so the Pearl Harbor thing, that would go with that, right? And Midway and everything. They got a line right into the Japanese. Probably even helped them build their stuff. Their radio, their whatever the fuck's the British and all that. Like Lord Mountbatten. What's it? Navy intelligence, Navy signals, intelligence, whatever. Okay, so the Kennedy thing. Damn. So I know the 9/11, but okay, so the Kennedy thing. So I'm thinking, like, and everyone is so awful, and like it's just not like that goes on. Okay, so damn, how am I gonna start? Okay, so then I was thinking about the oldest Kennedy brother, and how he died. Right now, he died in World War II. Like his plane blew up before they could bail out. They're gonna him and this other guy, they take off in a plane that's radio controlled, but they got to take you off with it, and then another plane drives by next to it, radio controlled, and and it delivers the big payload, whatever. But it's an unmanned plane. They're working on drones and stuff. So all the bombs and stuff blow up before they parachute out, and that's got to be like on purpose. Now, those and you think, okay, so the Kennedy thing, besides everything, it's like just appalling, right? Like it's like so bad. That's why I'm even doing it. That's why I make it. It's like a touchstone of everything. It's always made like that, and we're always like barking up that tree and whatever. And I already did the thing with Jackie O, right? And how she could be something. But then, what is one of the things they could do? Anything. What do you got? Like fucking 12 brothers and fucking like whole fucking barnyard of Kennedys. And like, we're always like, you're supposed to just suck it up and be like, wait, no, that's all good. Not just like kind of taking over. And then, oh, but then it's all like brotherly camaraderie or whatever the fuck, as if you had one or two brothers. And whoever the fuck, right? And they already did the daughter. They made it so famous. She's got her mental thing, so they fucking rape her or molest her. I mean, the MI6 does the shit. The bullshit, attacking the Kennedys. And they're going to get her, she's going to be like fucking up and down the street, leaving the country, doing whatever the fuck, and so they lobotomize her. And then, so they're supposed to be so bad, they make it like one of those things, a Kennedy scandal, right? After they fucking did it to them. Damn. Okay, so that older brother, if you get anything in there that's like, even Bobby Kennedy or John Kennedy, it's like kind of, oh good, and then like now it's me, right? Because he's gonna be the guy, right? And then John Kennedy replaces him, right? He was gonna be president, and it won't even be like, oh, they did it. It'd just be like, if they're just, you just look at them. Oh, they're jumping in bed with their former girlfriend. Like, how does that fucking work? Like, as they say with Bobby Kennedy, jumping in with Jackie O. However that works. Oh, but it's all good, and you gotta cry. And the Bible says you're supposed to do that anyway. And fucking, like, but, and however the fuck it works, and fucking, but if it's anything, oh, he was a little happy, or there's something, it mixes, right? They already have all these fucking kids, so you just get a little bit of that, a little bit of sin, right? Or if you call it that, it could be competitive. Like, why do we have to say, you get like fucking loads, a barn load, I said, and it's like, why, maybe it would be a little different. We're always like, maybe just go forth in the world, and there's some, give and take, right? But you get a little, what I'm saying though, it's not like them and their guilt, but you get a little bit of that idea to other people that analyze it. And then that takes away some of the appalling or something, or it's kind of the natural flow, right? And some of these motherfuckers, the ultimate, they're like looking at it like the prized fucking dogs, right? If they fucking, we're going to breed another one or do something later, right? Do this, but, got the best dog, and they love the dog, and then just can't love the dogs. That's why they put it down, and they fucking have the great-grandchild dog. Maybe they work it. And that's how, and the end result is the best dog breeds and the best dogs will end up, people have kind of done that. Usually it's like the world does that to you. It makes you evolve. Not some cruel, like, master or some doing that. And you're supposed to do that with yourself, like, right? You lift weights or do whatever the fuck. It's painful or whatever, sacrifice. But usually it's like taking away a piece. You're taking away your hours of something and whatever. But the other thing is like, whole person's there or they're gone, right? And if the person's there and they choose to do it, they jumped up and went into up over the top and charged. It's supposed to be, yeah. And then the fucking whole thing orchestrates. I'm just saying, maybe there's kind of a thing like that. It's like what? Like, because one of the things is like, how does it work? The depravity, right? Like it's not just like, oh, it's appalling, how dare they, or whatever. How does it operate? If it's like, either it can't be that way because it's too depraved, or if there's some what we call depravity, how does it work and operate? And the world is that way. Because that's weird. Because then, say like the older Kennedy, the brother, he died in the fucking World War II. Fucking, like what, how does that make sense? It would be like if it's on purpose. If it's just an accident, it's just that. But if it's like a thing, it's like, for what, right? The things, oh, we didn't want him president, we wanted the other one. Well, you could just, have done something, right? And maybe it makes it work better, but and supposedly there's supposed to be this depravity, and you already have, like, it's supposed to be famous. Bobby Kennedy hops in bed with Jackie O. After that, it's all good. Oh, how about a little bit before the fact, or off to this side or that side, or happy to hop in bed with a wife after the fact, because you listened. And then that would be that. And they'd be like, hey, we got a barn load of Kennedys, right? And I'm like, this brother, that brother. And look at the older brother, and he's all gung-ho. And maybe Norman Mailer, how he says he was at Harvard with Bobby Kennedy, and going against him, standing up there, he's going to kick you in the balls, knee you in the balls, or whatever. Bob Kennedy doesn't. Bobby doesn't. He takes it all serious. They just don't show any of it. They might just select out all the films. Like when they got Netanyahu's brother, they make him look like that. All the pictures, Netanyahu's brother looks like he's just knee you in the balls and horrible. He's over here at Harvard. They selected those because you're supposed to think that, like the date rapist and whatever the fuck but it's all selected. And with Bobby Kennedy, he's like the saint. He's like the leprechaun, magic leprechaun. And so then it would make sense. Like, fucking, what are they doing, like, with that shit? And they put the Kennedys in, and maybe even it would be, maybe even like and you could see if they have any martyr complex. Well, Bobby must, like, after that happens to his brother and he's going around, or not necessarily martyr complex, but he's doing shit anyway, and whatever the fuck, right? Maybe John Kennedy, maybe. Damn, man. And then the airplane one, however the fuck that works. And so that might make sense, and you'd have it, because then, okay, here, it'd be like, because usually you think, oh man, it's got to be a really evil, like, tight conspiracy. I was thinking of the Apex news media and the generals and all this shit, and all the leaders in World War II, and the British at top thing. They push and hoodwink, and it's natural because they're supposed to hide the D-Day invasion site, and so they are, like, absolutely, at least as far as they say, like, hiding stuff, and a surprise, and that's the nature of it. So but there could be certain things like flows, and if someone intervenes, it doesn't. It's like be some movie. Was it The Butterfly Effect or something? He keeps trying to intervene. Maybe they'd keep it like that, and that's how they probably fucking do it. They oh, goody two shoes. Look at me, I'm Captain Save-Ho. That's all I've done out here, right? Or like that's got me started. How dare you? How dare you? I guess no police activity. That's what they would have done. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Isn't it cool? And then even with the Kennedys themselves, like, oh my God, make it not happen. To do what? Oh, don't ride here, there, or that. Well, it could be some other day, or they'd fake that out. Or they do it with much more difficulty. There could be a lot of fake out, like it's so risky, or the shit they do. Like the way the limo driver drives. And the way he's going around with the open top, too. And it might just be part of the thing he's supposed to do. You look at De Gaulle when he goes in there, when they send him in. He's going around without the top. His whole fucking big old head. They picked him with his big old fucking pineapple head. Oh my God, the fucking guy, they wouldn't even feel sorry for him with that big old pineapple head, right? He's a poor guy, actually. And he'd be walking around, oh my God, a fucking whole head and shoulder above everyone. With all the freaky shit. They do that on purpose, too. And they make them do that. And it's like, whatever. You can't fucking stop it one way or the other. They know. So it's probably something like that. And however, if it's going to go down and when it goes down, and that even gets into the Kennedys, you go in, tell them, whatever, fucking Bobby Kennedy, John Kennedy, however the fuck, maybe. There's so much shit. Because it could be like physically they can't stop it. You could see that. Like it really looks like they can't go out on the street. Or something like that. And you could even say, hey, you can't go. Actually. Yeah, we're even supposed to think about it that way. Man. See, my mind is not as clear now. So I woke up and I was able to think about stuff very clearly. I had earplugs in, too. My daughter used to yell when she was a baby, so I got addicted to sleeping with earplugs. Now my earplugs are not in. I'm getting like fucking panic attacks and shit here. So, cause like you gotta go back and really analyze what it is. I guess you could say structure or whatever. What is it? What is that switch, that changing of the guards or whatever? Like they put Lyndon Johnson in that whole thing, and nobody fucking analyzes that. They talk about the Vietnam stuff, but like, cause he goes and does welfare state, right? But he's a redneck, right? And even that's like, yeah, like how do you get to do that? If you're coming from that, you're the redneck, and how do you get to just undo everything? Turn on your former constituents, your rednecks and whatever, do civil rights and do all that, and then do the war at the same time. Like he could do it, right? And in that circumstance. And where the Kennedys building up the whole space race thing and everything. And then even when you gotta look at everything, all the moon landing stuff, or what they say about it, because that'll all be And the way YouTube like lies and censors, like you're not supposed to say moon landing or fake or whatever. Like that's got to be some bad thing, and that would be not because it's fake, because they build up this whole thing like that, you know, and then they'll like make it some evidence, something that doesn't get addressed or talked about or like looked at with a sense of humor. It's all like looked at as though it's true, right? So someone can say it's fake and do something, and you act just as if you're in Nazi Germany and you like are saying the truth, like, and YouTube does that, you know, instead of, and it might just be right there. You know, you look up something, or even actually, you could say your telescope will do whatever. They put some reflectors, right? And it's even good enough. How long would that be? With a laser beam and then reflecting back the source in your own telescope. 180,000 miles. 2 ways. Maybe it would be actually. Who knows? But if it, you know, or some other ways, or if you're out about in the world, you would know. You'd have a feel. If you're in engineering, you'd know, and they don't fake certain things like that. And it would get around, even if you don't know directly. And then they bring up, well, they'll just flat out lie about everything. And then, so then, how would you know something like an engineering thing isn't lied about? Like you wouldn't now. If they were lying like this, back then, maybe. But even the way they're lying now is to make you think that. Maybe. Or to just keep that, get that Discord going, or that, like how I'm even having to fucking talk about it right now, even having to address it. When all it was is YouTube, it's YouTube, Google, they censor, they do this weird censorship when you don't need to. You can't say Santa Claus. Santa Claus, if you don't, you can't ever say there is a Santa Claus, right? If they had that. And then someone, oh God, man, right? And so then you can't talk about it. Then you have to go off somewhere else and address it and like talk a long time about it. How there really is no Santa Claus, even though YouTube doesn't let you fucking address the issue with someone's fake ass accusation that there is. Because that's what they're fucking doing. And they're doing it on purpose. Nasty motherfuckers. Look at this shit. Because I'm so sick. That's why it's always I'm like fucking just about dying. You know, I sleep all day, I can't do anything. I got a horrible sinus infection, all this stuff comes out. It's my left upper, what is it? Canine tooth, right? It's that one. It's way up. I can push my cheek right there. And they know what they're doing too. Last time I went in the dentist, it's supposed to get pulled, and it's all this infection there. And it's broken through to my sinus. Then my sinus doctor knew. They're all lying, man. But last time, he's this old geezer, he's 83. He says, what about right here? He touched that spot. I mean, on his face. Like either he leaks or whatever, if they want it or whatever. And they're all fucking lying. Man, so I finally found out what's been going on this last couple of years. And, fuck, man. And that's why I'm all fucking retarded, seeming. I'm all fucked up. And they're doing it on purpose. Last time I was at the dentist, or at the dental surgeon, is supposed to get pulled, extracted, and then they're like, extracted, and then he shot me up with Novocaine, like way the fuck too much. The whole fucking face was numb for fucking the rest of the day. It was all fucked up. Different parts of my face and it coming in, you know, and not, you know, get wearing off other places. But he left me in there an hour and 20 minutes, and it was wearing off. And then I got up, I started filming and saying, like, what are they doing? And like, I've got that. I haven't put it on YouTube or anything. And they don't even hide it. And then the receptionist comes out saying, hey, who wants chocolate chip cookies? You know, they're doing that shit. Like it's like obvious. And then later, I went to report it at the sheriff. And they had chocolate chip cookies there with a little sheriff badge and this little thing. And I said, oh, when did that get put out? She said, oh, just this afternoon. And then she realized it's wrong. I said, oh, maybe not, lie. And I've got those two on fucking film. I've got that. And I haven't put it up. And YouTube's like that. So that's what they do. They rape children. They do the whole fucking thing. Flat out. Like I said, it sounds like a joke. It sounds ridiculous. Some of the shit I said in that last video, but it's true. Fuck, they're sick, man. You never know. Like, well, you do know. And then how do you get the Boston police to do that, right? Why they do that? I was thinking some of that shit. Damn, man. Because, see, I was going to say, I grew up around the corner from Marty Walsh. My kids did. But it's like I lived around the corner from where he grew up. And the whole thing, Taft Street. And the whole fucking thing, and all the rest of it. All the way gone back. So, part of the thing. And, they don't even fucking know. Man, they don't fucking know either. They don't know shit. It's funny. However fucking is. It's probably just like the Hells Angels, like two guys in the Hells Angels, even know fucking anything. Some of it, right? Or whatever it is. Or that old. I mean, I'm talking about the 60s, 70s. But that's that. I thought I should explain that. I guess it could be. It's good lighting, right? So I thought I was going to have a lot more. I don't want to go into my stuff. Save that for it's a different video. Man, they're not even showing up here. It's like a fucking, what is it? Damn. Is this Saturday? Like it's Saturday, right? And it's 8 o'clock. They just don't show up, right? They didn't have his time. It's like, fuck, man. I guess my mind's kind of a blank with it right now. But I think it is relevant, and like they're fucking with me. God, I am just like, I could just lay down. I'm just sick all the time. It's infected and shit. So I went to my regular doctor and she gave me some penicillin. And she's gonna be all bullshit. First, she's not that tough. I thought she was tougher. She's like spent her days in France, right? She's like the thing. But then they're playing. They can't do shit. They just make them do whatever the fuck. Man, it's like a fucking. Maybe I should. Because, yeah. Let me talk about France or something. Because they're showing dead bodies being dug up at my fucking doctor. It's like, fuck, man. It's the same shit they did on that YouTube. So then I gotta fucking see it there. Who like fucking shows dead bodies being dug up? That channel. They're fucking lying too, man. Damn. Yeah, so, Dien Van Phu. Oh, that's me. Fucking faggot. Man, I got issues, man. See, I don't fucking. Motherfuckers. Okay. I guess I have conquered the criminal justice of fucking YouTube. They took all my fucking strikes, so I can't even find them. No history of it. Nothing, whatever, anything. And then they put the Elliot Rodgers stuff back on with this thing. They fucking did all those murders. YouTube did that. YouTube did those murders. They did George Floyd. They molested there's one kid in Boston. They fucking set him up and put him on the fucking tranny train. This fucking thing. And shit, that was precocious. That was kid who wants to run around in his underwear. They had him molested out. That's what it is. It goes from that, and he goes, my daughter knew him early before he'd actually do that, I think. And they sent him to a special camp for that. The parents were in on it. I know they fucking are, man. Now and I would never expect it. And that's why you get the nice house. You're up in Savin Hill. You get to look out over the lake or whatever the fuck they do, man. That's some sick shit. Everyone's nice to me there, though. And there's some stuff. They're in the thing, and that might not be. They're on the thing, but that might not be. I think that's something else, though. That's not some of the bad shit. Necessarily in a certain way. Like, or God knows what they hook in. Because they hook in, they had then at the same school. Where was it? The fucking. Was that the Murphy School or what? They have the French teacher, and I fucking knew. I figured it out. Madame Fooey. You start figuring that out, man. Where she's so damn good, but then she don't teach. And I think says, oh, great, it's easy. Yeah, because it's like the shit that I said. It's all secret shit. And they're covered. And all the French. You know, like these idiot police kids like speaking fluent French, and no one would ever expect it. Probably. They got all the Navy stuff up there. National Guard, everything. All the secret, all the mud flats. I started getting into those mud flats. I call it mud flats. So once you find out, it's bog iron too, like from the Vikings. Would use that. And then you can start to think too. And it goes to the, not just sand, but all the clays. Someone could tunnel right under it and press it. Oh yeah, they probably said go tunnel hose and they snake it right out, right? Ooh, they sent a tunnel right up through the clay deposits. Way deep under Boston, right? So the squeezes out. I know that gray clay squeezes out. Nice gray clay squeezes out up in Southie. All along there, right? In certain places. See, it's got to go and go thick. So you send it up. And it probably is up under the buildings and different places. And you send it up through there with your little like hose. And then little rubber hose and a thing. And then you just like fucking. They would, man. And then you put a beadway up there and pull it back or something. Like it just snakes its way through that clay, and clay to come down toward the other end. And then expand and expand. They'll have a big old tunnel. And they'll pack that stuff with sand or whatever, or maybe with the clay itself or something. Depends, because they might be like, someone else will be coming in there and they might be able to see that shit. They're all different, various means, including muons. That shit. If that's even a thing. It's not even for sure. But it'll be that level of shit. Like, even if the tunnels is not worth it, like working on a secret tunnel, that's like maybe not worth it right away or something. But it's that, like, that's still a good mental exercise, because that's what they're fucking doing as far as like that kind of like take you by surprise, underhanded, sneaky, getting the drop in. It'll all be the nuclear submarine stuff, going to tunnels. Or whatever else they have to do. So, what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so the French, they're in World War II. We don't hear anything about it, right? Everyone's like, enemy punished. Yeah, Vichy, France, right? And yeah, the worst, like, I mean, like terrible, or like Ivan the Terrible, ferocious, badass, rebels, right? Communist rebels. Or communist anti-Nazis in Vichy, France, and they all fucking, they would have certain connections to Vichy, France, and you don't hear all these stories about the heroes and the hero thing and how they had Hogan's heroes, right? If any place that would, like, you have the extreme Hogan heroes would be Vichy, France, and then they have their rebels and all that shit, and all coming together, and they would, and all up and around the world and shit. I think that's what it is, and it's like heartbreaking. It's like brutal stuff. You know, and torturing people to love them. I need to know you. You know? And okay, so I go like that. And then they don't come in at the end of the war. At the end of World War II, they're still running it. You give it to France. And then you got, first thing is Dien Bien Phu. Everyone's like just fucking parachuting into the motherfucker. What the fuck, man? And like, oh, we just fucked up. No, that was a setup. And how does that work? And it's like, it's not just like left wing against conservative. It's like in the know against out, not in the know. And they're throwing away a lot of it and working it. It's for whatever the fuck. And they go in and everyone gets captured. Some of them sneak up to Laos. And they're like, yeah, we'd make on the road to Laos. And that's always the cover, too. How'd you get stuck around on the road to Laos, right? And got away up there, right? And then, so everyone's getting interrogated. And then others getting killed. And you can think, how could they do so dirty? But they've already gone through the war and they never denazified. They don't denazify. The French don't. It's like, fuck it. Like, it's not televised. And they know how to do it. And they talk about Algeria. Oh, we went crazy. We had, like, I can't find it again, but it's like, first they said, the start of the Algeria war, it had two waves. Like, first it was in the city in Algiers, and then went to the countryside. But Algiers, the French cracked down and held it. And then it went to the countryside. But, you know, that first wave, they torture everyone. So they find out everyone, they torture them to the level. And probably doesn't even matter because they say what they want to say. They're already, them is in with it. They're already going to leave Algeria. They're working it. And that's all French, like fucking 1 million French are in there in Algeria. And all kinds of shit. And they don't give a fuck. They're not like fucking falling apart and going, and they need to hold Algeria saying be some fuckhead on the beach or whatever like that. And whatever. Oh God, that movie. That's like, there's this movie, this nerdy guy, it's a French movie, so you have to look at his subtitles. And he wants to get with this chick and something, and they're gonna, and at the end he's gonna meet with her. And they've got money or something they're gonna do. It's a white guy French. And then she's with her boyfriend. She's gonna con him or something with a boyfriend brother thing. But then, like, he knows though. Like he's got the drop on him or something. But at the end, he's got his money. They're supposed to fly, and he could just make her go with him or with the money or like pay him or something. And he ends up handing them both the money, telling them to take it and just go. And there's nothing to indicate before he's ever like that or anything. And then he goes and just is gonna cry or something. And he's got all his, like, God, it's so much like Florida. He's got his, like, Babcock Ranch. It's Babcock Ranch, man. And he's like, that's such a... And you gotta kind of be on his side, too, because, like, they're fucking... It's like, okay, they put down, but she sucks. They suck, man. They suck. But yeah, they're like, we're gonna have our Babcock Ranch. I don't think so. They're fucking let Algeria happen, okay? So first they do Dien Bien Phu. That's the real fucking shit. Oh, we tortured, we cried, we can't. I'm the guy that drove all this crazy because we had... That's what they say about Algeria when they did everyone in Algiers. The French, they said it was like mass amounts of broad-based French. Like he'll bring the fucking all Arabic professors down there or whatever. They're part of it. Every fucking whatever the fuck. Every mechanic to ask about or whatever. And then fucking whatever. And all the soldiers broad-based are all involved and twisting someone's arm, and everyone's like, and everyone, and really that it's fucking, they did it to their own guys and all their French Foreign Legion and whatever, and work it, and they got their strength because they had to do it in World War II first, basically, right? And then stay quiet, and they did it in fucking Dien Bien Phu, you know, get everyone figured out. and going away and off up in the hinterland. Don't fight a land war in Asia. You know they say that? They turn that shit right the fuck around. Don't ever try to fuck with us. Don't ever try to fight a land war in Asia. And it's like, no, they're the land war in Asia. Like America went on their own losing. They're always losing. They're always floundering, man. It's like they didn't get with the flow. Like sailing or something. Like do what you can do and go with that flow. It's all a fucking lie. It's all a fucking lie. So French went, they did that fucking shit. All their own guys, and then the guys even know they're parachuting in. Like whatever, we'll see how it works out. Like bump, pop, pop, pop. Like coming in. And okay, so then they have Algeria like that. And then the pullout and all the shit. That was all, and then so they are the land war in Asia. We must remember this. That's why I fucking turned it back on. I just started saying that to myself. I wasn't even thinking. A smile is just a smile. My son, they're coming in on their bikes, and she was playing Grateful Dead. It was like you could hear it on her bike, and she's been doing that last week. It actually is interesting. Now I was thinking about certain things, and that stuff in Worcester. Oh my God, man, that was the top shit. I call him like I'm so sick of him. I'm like, bitch, and I don't know, say it like, you can't listen to that. Like someone hears it. It's like you'd have to, you don't want anyone to hear you listening to that. Man, those were the guys, weren't they? That's not just some stupid feds. Or they're feds with everything in Worcester, right? With the fucking thing and some of their top shit. I'm thinking, yeah. That's not the bust man. It's not the bust man. Look at that thing. So that came off of our pineapple bush, right?
Yeah.
And it smells good, right?
Oh, fuck yeah. Nice.
And it's like, and you take a whole branch off. See, if you don't take it off, I think it just shrinks down and uses the sugar to keep growing the branch. It goes, works either way. Isn't that cool?
It's super cool.